Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentleman, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentleman on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a few seconds and talk about something I feel very passionate about, and that is Brian Ferguson's Bumps and Thumps podcast. Here available on YouTube and any other outlet where you can get your podcasts from. Brian Ferguson interviews several former AWA stars, Greg Gagne, Derek Dukes, and many, many others. Take a trip back in time to the AWA's glory days with Brian Ferguson on Bumps and Thumps. Welcome back once again, everybody, to the Real World Chronicles. I am your host, Brad Drake, and this is All Elite Wrestling. Today on the show, we are recording an episode of Dark Challenge. That's right. It's one of our B shows that we created, and we are running it tonight. So, we already know our arena. It's the same as Select from yesterday. So, let's go ahead and check it out. Of course, we're going to be in the Elm Core Center in Queens, New York. Once again, same as yesterday. So our card for this evening, everybody, we are going to see Kiera Hogan in action. Parker and Menard will be in tag team action. Jungle Boy Jack Perry is going to defend the World Junior Heavyweight Championship. Swerve Strickland and Matt Hardy will also be in singles action. Luchasaurus with Christian Cage is going to be in the semi-main. In the main event, everybody, we are going to see the GUNNS challenge FTR for that World Tag Team title. We're going to see promos from Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Britt Baker is going to be in the house with some promos. Matt Hardy is going to lay it down before his match. Christian Cage will talk with Luchasaurus. And everybody, we are going to see the heavyweight champion of the world, MJF, as he delivers a promo. So with that said, everybody, let's get to booking. All right, our opener is Haim versus Hogan. And we have not seen Kiera Hogan on AEW TV for a while. Of course, she is touring with Women of Honor in the game. So here is Ziggy Haim. Here is Kiera Hogan. She is getting her reps. And I may not be able to bring up Kiera Hogan. Let's check this out. Borrow. All right, is Kiera Hogan. Okay, we cannot use Kiera Hogan because I have her signed directly to Women of Honor. No big deal. So we have Ziggy Haim here. And why don't we have her work? Let's bring up our female stars here. Where is female? Come on. For some reason, I am unable to find female here. Fair enough. Never mind that idea. All right. There we go. Right in front of my face. Okay, so we have a ton of women we can choose from here. Why don't we see Sky Blue get some action here? All right, so we got Haim versus Blue. And we are going to give the win here to Sky Blue, of course. And this one is now in the books, and I will adjust the card here. There is Sky Blue. Okay, Façade and DeMorest are up next, and they are going to face Parker and Menard. So we have DeMorest and Façade versus Parker and Menard. Okay. Here is DeMorest. Here is Façade. Here is Parker and Menard. All right. Angelo Parker with the win for his team here, everybody. And Parker and Menard get one in the win column, which is rare. All right. Jungle Boy Jack Perry is going to cut a promo. And he is in that battle over the belt with Daniel Garcia. So here is Jack Perry. If this guy had a little bit of guidance on promos, he'd probably be pretty good. But he's not good on the microphone. He needs some help. He is going to talk to Dasha Gonzalez here, and of course, he's going to talk about Daniel Garcia. All right, and Garcia's off screen. And this one, everybody, is booked. Up next, we have Dave McCall against Jack Perry. Some of you may recognize these names as being used 2 shows in a row. And I figured, why am I spending so much money on enhancement talent when I could just reuse them for the next show? So that's what I did, everybody. Drake, 1. Waste of money, 0. What do you think of that? All right, here is Dave McCall. And here is Jungle Boy himself, Jack Perry. Jack Perry's going to get that W and make a title defense. All right, that one is booked. Up next here, we have Britt Baker cutting a promo. And Britt Baker cuts a promo on Toni Storm, who she is, Saraya, who she is in the feud with. We're going to bring in the big guns for this one, and we're going to bring in Tony Schiavone. So here's Britt Baker. Here is Tony Schiavone. And they're talking about that Saraya, who I've expressed my feelings on before. Those feelings have not changed. What a waste of money, AEW. All right, that one is booked. Up next, we have Papadon. Remember, Papadon. Papadon's going to pop a lose right here to Swerve Strickland. And Strickland's going to get himself a victory here. Here is Papadon. Here is Swerve. Spoken before on Swerve Strickland. I don't think he's a bad talent. Strickland picks up the win here. All right, up next, we have Matt Hardy cutting a promo. Matt Hardy can cut a promo. He's good. And he's not in a feud with anybody, so he's just going to cut an open promo, which I do like to do every once in a while. We got a couple of those on this show. All right, Matt Hardy based on entertainment. This one is booked. Up next, we have Matt Hardy in a match, and Corvis, Eric Corvis, is going to face Matt Hardy. And here we go. Here is Eric Corvis. Here is our man, Matt Hardy. Again, I've never been the biggest of fans of the Hardys in single action, but I'll take what I can get with the Hardys. I'm looking forward to Jeff Hardy coming back here. We're going to do some cool things with the Hardys. All right, Matt Hardy gets the victory here. You know it's going to come via that twist of faith. And here we go. Christian Cage is going to cut a promo with Luchasaurus. And Christian Cage can talk. We're not going to have him back for a long time though here in the game, even though he did come back a lot sooner in real life. And they are talking to Dasha Gonzalez. There's entertainment off screen. I'm sorry, she's on screen. Never mind. And that one is booked. They are not in a feud with anybody right now. And Steve Scott is going to face the wrath of Luchasaurus here. Luchasaurus is another very big, powerful dude who would probably serve himself better to try to not wrestle like a cruiserweight, like a smaller wrestler, and focus on being a big fish in a small pond, if you will. At least that's the way I see it. We don't need to be seeing Luchasaurus doing backflips and stuff like that. He's a big man. Go out there, beat people up, get the win, bust that stuff out at a special moment in a special match only. So here we go. Luchasaurus is getting the squash over Steve Scott here, and we are treating him like what he is, which is a monster with an evil manager, nonetheless. All right, MJF is going to cut his promo. And he's, of course, cutting that promo on Bryan Danielson, who he's in the feud with. And we're once again going to bring in the big guns here for the heavyweight champion of the world. And we are going to bring in Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone is very good as an interviewer. Very good. I wish that AEW would use him more in that role. And recently, I thought it was awesome when they used Jim Ross for a sit-down interview. It was a perfect way to use Jim Ross. I do not think Jim Ross is good anymore on television. I think he needs to be removed from television, but he is very good in that interview role. All right, 8 minutes, and here we go. We have the GUNNS challenging the World Tag Team Champions FTR, and this is not going to go the way of the gun. You like that one, huh? Telling you, I'm good. The funniest person I know, the way of the gun. Cash Wheeler's going to get the win for his team here, and this one is all booked. We can add 1 more minute to that main event. This one, everybody, is ready to rock and roll and hoochie-coo. Let me double check something on the main event. Okay, I feel more comfortable now. We're ready to start this show. Ziggy Haim against Skye Blue. Skye Blue gets the win. 14 overall. Oof. Not good at all. 31 and a 23 somehow gets us a 14. Oof. Up next here we have DeMorest and Façade against Parker and Menard. And Parker sustained a swollen calf muscle. Well, he'll be able to get over that one. We have some green here. Green equals money. And not terrible scores for Parker and Menard, but not the greatest. I'll take it. And here we go. Jack Perry cuts his promo. Dasha Gonzalez gets a 52, which is not the end of the world. And his feud with Daniel Garcia continues. His title match here gets a 51. And Perry submits him with that snare trap. And Perry scores a 60 on his own here. Pretty good stuff. We get that holding back business because it's a B show, which I don't believe in. Lots of green here. Green equals money as Britt Baker runs down Saraya in her promo. 66 overall. Up next here we have Papadon against Swerve Strickland. And it does not go well for Papadon here as Swerve wins with the Swerve Stomp. 33 overall as these two don't click. Imagine that. 47-22. Lots of drops down to a 33. Up next here, Matt Hardy cuts his promo with Dasha Gonzalez. Lots of green all over the place here. Lots of money, big money. Matt Hardy here, 78 overall in this promo. Outstanding score. Up next here, we have Eric Corvis stepping into the ring against Matt Hardy. And Hardy wins with that twist of fate, 44 overall. 15-38 gets us to 44. Matt Hardy is showing his age, and he also held back. Up next here, Christian Cage and Luchasaurus cut a promo. Outstanding score here on the part of Christian Cage, 81 overall. I dig it. And up next here, we have Steve Scott against Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus wins with that betrayal, whatever that is. I don't even know what that move is. I think I'm going to change his finishing move here in the game. I'm going to call it maybe he should be using the gore or something, 45 out of 32 gets a 36 overall. And we don't get a bonus here for a squash match, which we should. Here we go, everybody. Nice promo here by MJF, 83 overall, as he runs down Bryan Danielson. That's more like it, everybody. All right, up next, our main event here, the GUNNS versus FTR for the World Tag Team title. And FTR gets the win with the big rig, 62-63. FTR is once again criminally underrated in this game. And lots of green here. Green all over the place. And a 54 overall for our main event. We get a 66 once again overall for the show. Not bad. We didn't come close to selling out the Elm Course Center. But 788 for the tri-state area for a B show is not the end of the world. We're going to finish this one up, everybody. And of course, we are going to move on to our next series of tapings, which are going to be Elevation and Dark. And obviously, those will be 2 separate episodes also, because the days of us doing half-hour episodes, unless it's a special, I think are over, because we are going to not waste your time, everybody, and give you what you want in shorter episodes. All right, here we go. Elevation was shown, got 44,000 viewers. I like it. Angelo Parker is injured, but he's got a strained calf muscle. He'll be all right. All right, Ring of Honor ran a show last night. 250. Keith Lee and Castagnoli versus Jay Lethal and Juice Robinson in the main event. It's a pretty good card. What the hell is this? Top Flight is in there as a tag team. Why would they be wrestling each other? The AI does some really stupid stuff, and that's one of them. All right, here's Women of Honor, 59 overall for their show, as our ladies continue to get experience, which is very important. All right, and see if anything else catches our eye. Nothing else does. So that's going to do it for us here, everybody. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and make sure you leave us a message below. Let us know what you think of the channel. For those of you looking for us on social media, you can find us on Facebook.com/groups/1987Supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. Don't forget, we are on Discord under 1987 Supermod. Also, if you want these shows early and YouTube ad-free, you can find us over on Patreon, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. And don't forget, everybody, not only will you find shows early and ad-free, you will find bonus content over on our Patreon page, not to mention all of our spreadsheets, the 1987 Supermod itself, and so much more, everybody. And don't forget, you can join the Wrestling Fans International Association. It is back, everybody. WFIA is back. The biggest fan group of the 1970s is back. The WFIA.org. That's THEWFIA.org. Check it out today, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.